you deal with this most nights, and for you, you're watching that like the rest of us going, who is that person? You have no recollection
none at all,
of these things that you do.
None at all.
So when did it start?
It started just over 2 years ago. I went down with some tremendous pain in my head, and every time then I was going to sleep, you're controlling it in the day, but you go to sleep and then it takes over, and it was getting me up out of bed, and I had no recollection of what's happening.
So it's affecting some sort of patterns in your head, isn't it? That
Yes.
pain is still there, although you can't feel it because you're sleeping.
Yes.
When you watch that back, you don't remember any of that?
No, I have no memory in the morning. I wake up most mornings thinking, have I done something?
Yeah.
You know, have I done, what
And
have I done?
you record it so that you can show what has happened the night before?
Not to Gill. Because sometimes I've got some that she still hasn't looked at because they're disturbing. But if I say to the doctor, she's screaming in pain, it doesn't mean anything. You show somebody a video of somebody screaming in pain and they understand the message. So the reason I started cataloguing is so we can get it fixed. So I've ended up with dozens and dozens, and some are very, very disturbing, and some she still hasn't seen.
You say it's a little bit like Forrest Gump, you know, life's like a box of chocolates. You have no idea what you're going to get each night.
Well, no, there's an upside to this. What is it? Been married for 36 years, and every day.
Anniversary today, isn't
Yes,
it?
It
yeah,
is.
happy anniversary.
I do remember the happy year. It was some years ago now, but after 36 years, I never know what's going to go on. And if there's a variety piece here, it's the fact that, you know, today is like a box of chocolates, and we don't know what we're going to get. Well,
she's lovely. You say you have a lovely wife. You've been married together for all this time, a lovely wife. But at night, it's a different person. You're a different person.
Well, I stay up most nights till about 4 in the morning because my wife comes back to me at about 4, and she disappears at about 10:30. So somewhere in there, sometimes I get a night off, sometimes not. For the first 15 months, I had about 10 nights off. And since she's had the surgery, she's up 6 to 8 times a month. So it's quietened down, although it's still, by anybody's standard, immensely extreme. It's just, for me, it's like a holiday now. It's like a break, only having it 6 or 8 times a month. At least I'm getting some sleep.
And how does it feel for you? Do you worry about your own safety? I mean, we saw there in the clip that you've taken the keys, you've crashed the car, and Phil showed the picture earlier with the knives, and you've got a fear of knives anyway.
Yes,
so what you're doing in the night, stabbing all of those knives into that wooden board. I mean, do you worry about your own safety?
I do worry about my own safety, yes, because I've got him, and that helps a lot. But I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do. The fact is that one night I was obviously in so much pain, I decided to do something serious to myself and tried to climb out the window, and Mark had to wrestle me for an hour and a half. You know, of course, I go to the gym a lot now, so I'm quite strong, and he had to use his man strength on me, so I ended up with sort of all black and blue bruises. Not through him trying to hurt me,
trying to save
just
your life.
stop me, you know, leaving the apartment.
Does it scare you?
No. My only fear is the fact that I might be asleep one night. I'm not scared that Jill might do anything to me. I have no fear like that at all. The only fear is, will she be there in the morning? Because when I had to wrestle her, we have grandkids, and you know, little kids, little toys all over the floor. When we're going down, and she ends up with great big marks down the back, and you go...
So you can't wake her up?
You've seen some of the videos where she's screaming in agony. Why would I want my wife to be in that much agony? She never remembers. So often I'll just listen to her scream for a few hours or do whatever she's doing, because why would I want her to remember this?
And you've tried to get all sorts of help. I mean, you went on to have further surgery on your brain, didn't you? And that managed to stop the stabbing pain,
really
the intense stabbing pain.
lot,
But you're left with a level of pain where it's constant, dealable, but painful.
Yeah, some days it's not that dealable, but most of the time it is. But as the day goes on and there's more noise, it seems to get worse and worse. So by the time I go to bed, it's kind of,
which is probably why then in the middle of the night it's at its absolute worst.
But I do have drugs now to try and help me stay down, and they are effective.
You have seen everybody, haven't you? You seem to have tried everything.
Yes.
If it's got an ologist in it, we've seen them. I remember seeing one, and we're getting the drugs to get her to sleep, and I said, as long as one of us is taking it, I'll get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you need a little bit of sleep sometimes. So.
Well, I know that you're on here primarily because you want, if there is anyone doing research or anyone who knows a professor or someone who might understand the core of this, treating the pain, helping the sleep, anything. That's why you're here, is that anyone thinks, oh, do you know what, we've done a bit of research on that, we might be able to help. So that we'll throw that out there.